Good day, people of YouTube. Welcome back to another video here on Qwikstreet Sims. I myself am Qwikstreet. And today, again, we are managing a farm here on Farm Manager 2021, the sequel to Farm Manager 2018. And we're actually playing through the campaign mode here. Oh, why is it snowing? It's springtime. What happened? Getting that, early spring, winter here. We must be in the northeast of America here. Crazy ass weather. But today's video, we got the campaign playing in the background, and we are going to just kind of go over some of the patch notes that have already come out so far in the first week. I believe every day since this game was launched, they've put out a new patch. Something new to download. They've added a bunch of things. There's always, you know, they fix a bunch of the bugs that we've been talking about so far. A lot of the bugs that we've expressed to the developers. Oh, we got our poppies planted, so now we're going to make some jam over there. Awesome. Let's kind of slow this down here while we are going to be talking about a lot of the changes in the patch mode here. So, just kind of going over a couple of things. There's a lot of performance fixes. They fixed a lot of the seasonal employees that can now automatically be fired after the expiration date that you guys can set in the menu. That was kind of one of the first things that they fixed. They've added the possibility, they fixed the organic silage issue where you couldn't make it from organic straw. They've added 2 different types of honeys to it. There was an issue where you couldn't assign certain prevented employees to the milk processing plant in the tutorial, which it was like the last step of the tutorial. It sounded like they almost didn't play the game all the way through. And they have also added, which probably should have been in from the start, is the loans area. You can see we have pop up on the screen. You can now open up a certain amount of loans, which, I mean, this game's pretty easy. I don't see why you would need the loans, and if they wanted to add the loans, it probably should have been in from the get-go. It seemed like it was a pretty easy fix. The next thing that they did change, which this is really good, was they've added a free mode customization menu here. So you can, you know, basically rename what it says on the screen, and you can disable fires, accidents, and thank God, you can disable the electricity. So you do not have to worry about running transformers all over the place and having crooked electrical power lines going across your fields and across your animal pens. So later on, when we do start up the free mode for the rest of these YouTube series, we are going to disable the electricity, but in exchange we're going to make things a little bit harder because we're making my life a little easier. So I believe we're definitely going to start with less than $1 million in cash, because that's what they start you off with in a normal medium setting. Don't know what else we might change. Still thinking about what other options will change down to hard. Maybe we'll do the market prices as hard, because there's still a lot of products out there that kind of need to be fixed a little bit. And they did fix the one big thing that people were kind of, I wouldn't say exploiting, but they've left it there in the game, was they've kind of tweaked the fish and fish hatchery production scale. So it's not as easy to make buku dollars right off the bat. We'll probably be when we talk about the fish in the next couple, probably the first video after this, we will compare the prices from day 1 game and how it is now. Probably, I think I still have it recorded. We could see how quickly fish were being produced, but they've modified that. They fixed the way the radius of buildings works. So previously, radius had to cover the center of another building or field. Now the radius has to cover just one corner, just one single corner. They've also removed unassigning employees during a fire of a building or disabling it. Or also when there was no electricity to a building, they pretty much unassigned workers, and you really didn't know about it because there was not a notification that popped up afterwards. So glad they kind of made that change instead of the employees running for the hills when everything caught on fire. You can now skip the winter and dying plants in winter and early spring, making employees unhappy. I don't like to skip the winter because I still think that you're missing something out. Sure, you get some of the revenue from the production stuff, but I still feel like something's being missed. So what I do is I'll just put it on the fastest speed I can, which number 3 on my number pad, and then just walk away. That's a good time to stretch legs and stuff like that. Also, what they've now changed, what was today's most recent thing? They added a few things. They've added onto every employee screen the check marks where you can have them use machines or allow manual work. This is probably the best we're going to get to the complaints that we were having with assigning employees to doing manual labor, and how some of them were grabbing machines for the fields and others were going right to the greenhouses when we wanted them to be in the fields, vice versa. So this is probably going to be the easiest solution, and it actually will work, because everyone that you have assigned to a building, they're never going to do anything other than be in the building. So technically it's a change between manual work and the use of machines. I don't think they're going to fine-tune it, and you can't get down to a granular level where it'd be like, only do greenhouses, only do fruit fields or orchards. Probably not going to get that in-depth, so this is probably the best we're going to get. Still, it's a glad change that they made. We'll take it. And today, as we're recording this, they did put out another patch where you can turn off all the messages generated by the fields and greenhouses, which is great. So I wonder where that's at. We just cleared those messages, so every time they produce a field or they harvest a field, we can disable that. So let's see. Let's go to settings, gameplay. I don't see it. Turn the autofocus. That was another thing they added, where it automatically jumps to different houses and fields that you're going to. We disabled that, so it's not jumping around as much. I don't see where we can turn off messages. We're gonna have to look for that, because that's gonna be pretty handy. I don't want to see every time my strawberry greenhouses, especially once you get 20 plus greenhouses, you don't want that many messages out there. They've also added some changes for the mechanic. So the default threshold for ordering a mechanic has been lowered to the durability of the machine. If it is less than X, that's always good. Every patch seems they've optimized the use of the game RAM. We've had to download new game assets to help improve the performance. Let's see, they've added more trees. Display that they should be at a lower graphic settings. Okay, we've run everything at a high setting, so we're okay there. Renovating abandoned buildings in the second abandoned farm in the campaign is now possible. Oh, really? Once you buy that next farm next to you, you couldn't repair the buildings? That's kind of crappy. Well, good thing they did fix that. And that's pretty much all the major things in the first week. Actually, it has been 1 week since this game has launched, and they've made a good effort of putting out all these patches. I think even one day there was 2 patches that we had to download. Hopefully they will work on a couple of the other issues that I see in the Steam forum. The developers are very active in there. It looks like they are responding to a couple of things, and they're listening. So that's good to hear from a game development company that put out a game. Maybe we could see a lot more things coming from this, because the game's fun. Truth be told, I didn't play 2018, so this is all kind of fresh to me. I do enjoy management games, and I do like farming games, so this is definitely enjoyable here for me. Let's go back to here. Exit menu. Resume. Alright, and I'm going to leave you guys, because I got to go and make some strawberry jam, raspberry jam, and blackcurrant jam all out of this one field. Actually, we got $1.2 million. We could add some more fruit processing plants. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and this is what I'll be playing later on my Twitch channel. The links are down below. And later on, we will be jumping into free mode, and we'll be developing our own farm, and we're not going to be stuck to the constraints of listening to this lady here. She's not going to be able to tell us what to do on free mode. So we're just going to see what we can do through the achievements, because I want to get all the achievements here in Farm Manager. Probably be the first Steam game I own where I can get 100%. Even though I think I'm pretty close on Farm Sim 19. We should probably look into that as well. Alright, but other than that, it's time for me to go and have some fun. So, you guys enjoy the rest of your day perusing YouTube. Check out my other videos here, as you can see linked all over the screen here. Play, listen, whatever. And until next time, see you guys on the flippity flip. Peace.